Hello, Imran Habib. Yeah, that's right. Okay, may I ask why? Okay, all right, we'll be over now. Bye-bye.
Who was that?
It was the police. They want to ask Kelly a few more questions.
What, you agreed?
Would you rather they sent a squad car?
Oh, what, did they say anything?
Just that they want to clarify a few things. You need to stay calm, okay? I'll be right beside you.
No, I'll be right beside her. I'm taking it from here.
She needs a lawyer.
No, it's not up for discussion. Kelly's my daughter.
Maybe, but we are legally responsible for her.
Oh, so sue me. Come on, love. Car's round corner.
Kelly, you don't need to do shit.
It's okay. I'll be all right.
We can't let her do this.
It's Kelly's call. Whatever the law says, Laura is still a mother.
I had intended to bring an olive branch, but can't find an olive tree round here for love or money.
Climate's not favourable. Not yet, anyway.
Well, I could have bought a bottle of olive oil from Deb's, you know.
Far more useful, yet wholly unnecessary. I overreacted, and I apologise.
No need. I know it's hard to believe, but I have been known to be insensitive on occasions.
I found malice where none was intended, as if the genuine article wasn't in plentiful supply just beyond that door.
True enough. And, of course, you feel that way at the moment, but it's not all bad out there, right?
Even before Seb and Nina were attacked, I was feeling discouraged, weary of intolerance, hatred of difference, and all those who so shamelessly exploit it. Sometimes feel the whole world's lost its way.
Oh, no. 'Twas ever thus, Roy. No, Colosseum, Battle of the Somme, 10 o'clock news. Man's inhumanity to man, you know, cruelty. It's always been there.
Indeed so. I saw it close up with Haley often enough. Sometimes under the cloak of badinage, other times more nakedly, but always on the same continuum. And I'd think, why do you care so much when our choices have no impact on you? Why does my wife's very existence rankle with you when the world is so obviously richer for her presence in it?
Well, these people, Roy, will never know a love like you had. They're incapable.
Yes, but hatred is no longer enough for them. Nina never hurt anyone. Far from it. She was a luminous sparkle of defiance in all this darkness, and they snuffed this out.
No, she's still here.
Will she ever be the same again? Physically, she'll recover, but there was an innocence to the way she lived. A belief that it was her prerogative to dress how she chose, and no one could take that away from her until they did.
I know she hasn't got the best track record, but she did come running when she heard that Kelly was in bother.
Yeah, well, I wish she hadn't. But we were just starting to get somewhere.
We've done all we can.
Have we?
Yeah, I mean, we've alerted social services, so they'll make sure there's an appropriate adult on hand. You've sorted legal representation, if Laura consents. So, other than that...
Kelly didn't tell us everything. She didn't trust us enough.
I was hoping to run into you two. Did Laura find you?
Oh, she found us all right.
Oh, good. I'm scared she was going to do another runner.
When did you speak to her?
Banging on my door this morning, shouting the odds.
Well, I guess she's worried about Kelly being in trouble.
That'll be the day. She didn't even know Kelly was in trouble.
Shouldn't you be at school?
Couldn't bear it. I know what people are thinking. I've seen their comments on social media.
What comments?
People are blaming me for what happened to Seb. Maybe not in so many words, but if you read between the lines.
Are you sure you're just not being a bit paranoid?
You haven't seen them. All the dirty looks. Not that I blame them, and maybe they're right.
Hey, that is just ridiculous.
Is it? I should never have been there. We were in a stolen car. I knew it was wrong. I should have got Kelly to leave when I did.
Well, you couldn't have forced her. And no one could have known how things were going to end up. It is not your fault.
I think it is. I can't live with that.
Have you spoke to Bella?
I can hardly look at him.
Do you want to get a coffee? We need to talk about this properly.
No. No, you were right. I should be at school. I've done enough running away.
Oh, what do you want? We're just ready to go into the interview.
Oh, good. Then I have time then.
Well, your services are no longer required, counsellor.
I just had a very interesting chat with Billy.
Yeah?
You didn't come back to help your daughter. Your latest squeeze has given you the boot, and now Kelly is the only thing you have left in the world. And when you found out that she was in trouble, I reckon you'd have been off like a shot if given the choice.
Then what am I doing here?
Good question. You came to us because Billy made you feel guilty. And then through some sort of vague, territorial feeling, decided to throw your weight around.
I'm still a mother.
And if you cared anything for her, you would back off and let me take it from here.
You can't tell me what to do.
No, I can't. But I can tell Kelly why you're really here.
Where's Mum?
Well, upon reflection, she thought it would be better for you to have proper legal representation.
Are you agreeable?
Yeah, totally.
We appreciate you coming in so promptly.
Well, we want to be as cooperative as we can, don't we?
Good. Let's get cracking then. So, Kelly, could you tell me where you were and what you saw on the night Seb Franklin and his girlfriend were assaulted?
I never hurt anyone. What happened had nothing to do with me.
I see. The thing is, Kelly, we've now had a detailed forensics report back, and this very firmly places you at the scene at the time of the assault upon Mr. Franklin.
I wasn't.
There was blood spatter found on your clothing, indicating you were in very close proximity to Mr. Franklin at the time his catastrophic injuries were inflicted. Have you any explanation for that?
I swear I didn't do anything. I never hurt him.
I'm afraid we've received an account of the assault that says otherwise.
What?
It not only places you at the scene, it suggests you were the driving force behind the attack. What do you have to say to that?
What am I gonna do?
You need to tell the truth as soon as possible. And I'm not going to lie to you, that window is closing fast.
I didn't kill him.
I believe you. But it is very important that you tell the police exactly what happened. And I know you're scared, but trust me, it is better that they hear this from you and not just as a rebuttal to whatever this other witness has said.
Yeah, that must have been Corey.
It doesn't matter. You need to come clean about whatever your role in this was.
I can't. You'll hate me. And Toya too. You'll just wash your hands of us.
When we took you in, we made a commitment to care for you, to protect you. And I'm not going to resile from that. I am here as your foster parent just as much as I am your lawyer. And I will have your back. Whatever.
Come on, let's have it. I've told you, there's nothing too much trouble for our little Glory.
Yeah, well, that is the trouble, Dad.
What?
Look, we're grateful you put a roof over our heads, but, you know, since we've been back home, you've been a bit full on. You know, with the repairs and the baby paraphernalia.
Well, me and your mum just want to help. After all that happened, we want you to know that we're there for you and Grace.
Yeah, no, I get that totally, but it's a bit hard for Grace. I mean, being here, this isn't a family, and I think she just wants to enjoy being a new parent, same as I do, which means kind of doing our own thing, you know, and making our own mistakes.
I see.
Come on, don't look like that. I know it's coming from a good place. It's just sometimes we feel a bit crowded out. I'm sorry.
No, don't be. Don't be. You need your space. That's just understandable. And quickly fixed. How about I drive down to Birmingham for a few days? Spend some time with your mum.
Yeah, cheers, Dad.
Jenny said you were hiding out here. Can I get you one in?
I'm fine.
Come on, you can't tell me you don't need a drink now after all those sleepless nights. Can't be easy being a father to a newborn.
It's fine. And luckily, I've got a great role model. See you later, Dad.
See you, son.
We were just messing around. We followed them across the waste ground and then onto the street. It was just verbals. You know, that's all. I mean, it was wrong, but it was harmless.
And you were leading this?
No. And it wasn't just me.
How did things escalate?
Well, it all happened really fast. Like, at first it was just name calling, and then it just kind of went crazy. Eli shoved Nina down, and then he chased after her, and then Corey pushed Seb over, and I think he hit his head and got knocked out, and then Corey started kicking him.
Was Summer Spellman there at the time of this attack?
No, she left, and she wanted me to go with her.
But you didn't?
No.
So, when Mr. Franklin and Miss Lucas were being beaten, what were you doing?
I was trying to pull Corey off because he kept kicking Seb in the head, and then I was grabbing onto him, begging him to stop, and I'll never forget that sound.
You okay?
So when the abuse spilled over into violence, you were horrified and tried to stop it. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah.
For the benefit of the recording, I'm now going to play a voicemail which Mr. Franklin left for his mother in the moments before he was attacked.
Hi, Mum. Just wanted to make sure you're all right. Everything's going okay. You're behaving yourself, and none of the hens are doing your head in. All right, just keep the faith. And...
Sam!
You were the only female present at the time.
Yes.
So that was you laughing.
Yeah, but they just pushed them over. I wasn't being, like, malicious or anything. It was just... I stopped as soon as they piled in.
That laughter proves nothing. There's nothing to suggest that Kelly was violent or encouraged the others in any way.
So you didn't hit anyone?
No.
That's not how Corey Brent tells it. He says you led the attack. We also recovered DNA material from Miss Lucas, which corroborates his claim that you struck her across the face, initiating the prolonged assault that followed. How do you explain it? Kelly.
I did slap her. But it was before things got nasty and before they pushed him over, I swear.
Corey Brent says it was you who pushed Mr. Franklin over, and as he lay unconscious, kicked his head like a football, despite his desperate attempts to stop you.
No, he's lying.
He came to us voluntarily, before any forensic evidence had been presented. He gave a full account that's completely supported by that evidence, from the blood we found on your trainers and skirts, the DNA we recovered from Miss Lucas, whereas you have offered next to nothing voluntarily, only making admissions when presented with incontrovertible evidence. Now, tell me, Kelly, who would you believe?
Don't mind him, he's just a bit busy, that's all. You know what it's like when you've got a new baby.
No, not really. No. I know what school the cat looks like, and that was Michael just now. I've always done my own thing. Never put down roots. But thanks to you guys, I always had a home to go to. Somewhere to pitch up at Christmas. Spoil the kids rotten without having to mop up after them or read them the riot act.
We didn't see you at all some years.
But the years you did. You guys saved me from an individual Christmas pudding, a 4-pack, and a cracker I couldn't pull. You guys meant everything.
Yeah, well, you meant a lot to us too. Michael especially.
He's got a funny way of showing it. He knows what being a dad means. You'd have thought he might understand why I needed to know the truth.
Hey, whoa, you turned his life upside down. You call our place home, well, it is his home, especially his. And he needed it more than ever after that Tiana fiasco.
Look, I didn't mean to...
Yeah, well, it's too late. You gotta understand, you ain't gonna build any bridges around here until you understand you were the one that demolished them.
I do.
Well, I'm sorry, but it don't look like that to me.
So where have you been? I've left loads of messages.
The cop shop, the police, they've got my phone.
Why?
The message Seb left on my answer phone. He was leaving it when he was attacked.
Oh, no.
They were laughing, Kev. That was the last thing he heard. When it should have been me.
Could you tell who did it?
No. Not who, and certainly not why. It makes even less sense than it did before. It wasn't a fight or a misunderstanding. I don't know what it was, but I need to know more than anything.
Some things are past understanding, but you are not alone in this.
It'd be better for you if I was. There's some things you wouldn't want to share.
Try me. There's nothing you can't tell me, Abby.
You know, I haven't got an album of pictures from him growing up. All the snaps I had of him were on phones, and I sold all of them for gear. It's all in here, though, and it still is.
I know how much you loved him. And so did he.
I know, but it's no good. There's no getting through this.
Look, you can.
Not if I get a sledgehammer to the scumbags who did it. I lie awake at night, and when I'm not imagining what they did to my boy, I am fantasizing about what I'd do to him if I had the chance.
And that's only natural.
You don't know the things I'd do. No, you want to know the truth? I've smashed their heads like pumpkins. I've set them alight and watched them burn in front of me. I've torn their hearts out by the root like they've done to me. It's not natural. I scare myself. And I scared you. I told you it would.
No. It ain't more than that. I'm just sad. I've been lying next to you while you've had to suffer.
There's nothing you can do.
Give
Give me a chance to try.
Thank you. I don't think I can do this alone.
Where's Kelly?
She's in custody. She's due in court tomorrow.
Court? Well, what happened?
Corey Brent had already spoken to the police, given his account.
What's he said?
He's pinned the whole thing on Kelly. He came in of his own free will and then, true or not, volunteered information that matched the DNA evidence. He's gone from prime suspect to star witness overnight.
Well, what does this mean for Kelly?
They've charged her with Seb's murder and the GBH on Nina. I believe her when she says she didn't attack him.
It doesn't matter what you believe. You know, the people out there, they won't see past her being charged.
I know, it's not going to be easy. But we have to support her, do everything we can to prove her innocence.
We'll be pariahs. She's in way deeper than we ever imagined.
Be that as it may, it doesn't make her a murderer. She is a frightened child who I have promised to protect. And I will not back down from that. No matter how tough things might get.
And if you've been affected by issues raised in this episode of Coronation Street, you can visit itv.com/advice for support information.